This is Golden Delanoy, frontrunner and founder of Authors of the Game LLC, located in sunny Southern California. I'm the author of the game because I've mastered it. What I'm asking you to do is to take your time and pay attention and learn the lessons and the blessings of Slim Sir on this podcast. I want you to share this on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or any social media outlet, so this way you can obtain the correct knowledge that can be beneficial for your life. With this being said, game bless, God bless.
Yo, what's up? This is Slim Sir, and this is the 8th episode of Enlightened Game. This is going to be my little therapy session. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm outside. This is the first episode that I'm doing outside. You might be able to hear birds chirping and shit. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. What is this? Wednesday morning in South Florida, in sunny South Florida. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, as you know, this is my little therapy session, and took a few days off of podcasting, man, to just really regather and regroup. And I'm gonna be honest with you, these therapy sessions have been helping me, man. And I just want to suggest these things to you. You know what I'm saying? Whether you write it down or you talk about it or you pray about it, you know what I'm saying? If you got some shit on your chest, man, you got to get it off. We spend a lot of time in our lives, man, mad years, man, just collecting a whole bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of bullshit beliefs about ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Bullshit ass self-image of ourselves, you know what I'm saying? And we never like clean our brains, you know what I'm saying? We gather all of this dirt and this bullshit over these years and shit, and we never like go inside and clean ourselves, clean our brains. So that's what therapy is for me. It's getting all of this shit off my chest, man. What goes in must come out. You know what I'm saying? And if you got a lot of hurt and pain going inside, you're going to have a lot of hurt and pain coming outside. You're going to hurt a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Over the years, man, have I hurt people? Yeah. It wasn't all physically. You know what I'm saying? I think I damaged some people more like emotionally. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I think I did that because, and I don't even, you don't do shit like that on purpose. I don't think you do shit like that on purpose, but you do shit like that because, like I always say, hurt people hurt other people. And it's just really that simple. So today, I just wanted to talk about, I just want to use this like as a confessional type shit. You know what I'm saying? Just get some shit off my chest, man. I'm going to tell you why. Because I be online, I be on IG, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of females reach out to me. And they be telling me like the most wildest, dumbest shit that these dudes do in their life. And I look at these dudes like, damn, you stupid, man. But then I look at myself and I've done a lot of this shit, I remember I had a female dope shorty. If people know me, they know that, you know what I'm saying, this is like for real. I used to go by a name of Cash Flow back in the day. CASSHFLOW, Cash Flow. And I had a little company. You can look it up. It's on YouTube, supportthestrippers.com. You know what I'm saying? I had a little, from way back in the days. You can see me and I had a whole bunch of shorties. You know what I'm saying? But I had this one shorty, her name was Isis. And she was dope, right? She was a dancer. And we used to get money together, man. She was hella dope. But I was so immature and so whack at the time that, she stayed down with me for some years, but I was making some big missteps and shit, like that she overlooked. The biggest misstep that she couldn't overlook was that I was hella emotional. Real shit. Like, situations would come up. And what I mean by that, I don't mean like a crying ass nigga. I don't mean that shit. But I just mean like, I would snap at her. You know what I'm saying? Like when she would get emotional, I would match that with emotion. You know what I'm saying? Which is really not manly at all. It's not the man thing to do. You know what I'm saying? In that type of situation, when you're with a woman who's overly emotional, you don't match that with emotion. You match that with logic and reason and calmness. See, it's a simple lesson, but I didn't even have these simple lessons back in the day. So, situations would get intense, high pressure situations between her and I, and I would react foolishly. I would react violently, what I'm saying, whether that be verbally. And, she wasn't the type of shorty that just let me hit on her. She would fight back, what I'm saying? So we would have some knockout, drag out fights. Real shit. I'm ashamed of it, but shit is real. You know what I'm saying? That's what this whole podcast is for. It's for me to get this shit off my chest. And, yeah. And I did that, because I was whack. I did that because I didn't have no game. See, you could be in the game and not have no game. You can do some lame shit. And a lot of niggas would tell you, all the fly shit that they did, but they'll never own up, and man up to the whack shit that they did and still do. And if you don't address this shit, it's always gonna be a thing. You understand? So I'd rather address it so I could just get past it, move past it, and I'd rather address it so, if you listening, whether you be a regular dude, a pimp, whatever you are, and just as a man, that you don't make these stupid, foolish mistakes that I made. You understand? Because really, not only do you hurt yourself and do you mess up your own reputation, you hurt other people when you do that. You know what I'm saying? Because, real shit, you just hurt other people. I personally wish that I could go back, and see a lot of people that I fucked with back in the day, and apologize. Just straight up apologize for the foul shit that I did, foul shit that I said, you know what I'm saying? Which it wasn't cool, you know what I mean? So, anyway, I hear a lot of this shit on IG, you know what I'm saying? I hear dudes doing the same thing that I did, you know what I'm saying? Doing fucked up shit, saying fucked up shit. And I realize what the cause is. The cause is because niggas are hella emotional. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why they're hella emotional is because they never learned how to be logical and reasonable. You know what I'm saying? The nature of a man is to be logical and reasonable. You know what I'm saying? That's his very nature. The nature of a woman is to be emotional and creative. You understand? There's nothing wrong with a woman being emotional. Back in the days when I was immature, I used to judge a female, you know what I'm saying, by being emotional. Like, oh, you so emotional, you always this, you always that. Yeah, that's her nature to be that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I'm ever in a situation like that, even if it's in a situation with an emotional male, even if it's in a situation with an emotional male, I know what to do. I know to become extremely reasonable and logical and calm. You know what I'm saying? And what that does is it gives balance to the situation. And the reason why I'm saying all that is because I see and hear a lot of males, boys, dudes growing up, you know what I'm saying, making the same mistakes. I see you making the same mistakes. So rather than go into the specific problems, let's just attack the shit from the root, at the root cause of it, and be like, okay, what's the root cause of this problem? The root cause of this problem is that you don't know your nature. Your nature as a dude is logical. You know what I'm saying? You should never argue with your female, and you should never argue with a dude. Men don't argue. You know what I'm saying? Women argue, children argue, but men don't argue. Men are extremely logical. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah. So that's one thing that I wanted to get off my chest. I used to be emotional. Now, you see, let me tell you something. I don't mean no disrespect to any female when I say this. They say bitches are emotional, right? So if your bitch is emotional and she's in an emotional state and you respond emotionally, then you're acting like a bitch. Straight up. And I had to learn that. That's like an ugly ass lesson, but I had to learn it. Hurtful, you know what I'm saying? When you look back, you don't want to think about yourself. It's like, oh, damn, I was a bitch ass nigga. Yeah. Yeah. It was a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was a bitch ass nigga. Every time, as a man, every time you downgrade yourself and get emotional, you're acting like a bitch. Because that's not your nature. You know what I'm saying? That's the root cause why, like, niggas be doing foul shit to females. You know what I'm saying? Because if you thought about it, you wouldn't do no fucked up shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I spoke to a female recently, that was telling me like how she been down for a dude, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? And dude like really mistreated her. Dude used to charge her for like literally everything, you know, and you know, look. Long story short, I don't want to get into the specifics because it's really whack. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even want your brainwaves to be thinking like that. But really, let me just put it out there like this. If you in the game, right? I'm a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming from the street, so this is how I talk. I just want you to put it together. If you're a street nigga, you're in a pimp game, right? All right, so you either a pimp or you a simp. Now, in order for you to understand that, you have to take away those titles and just break it down into the bare basics. The bare basics is this. A pimp is just a man, a man who is living up to his manhood and fulfilling his responsibilities. A simp is a boy who falls short of living up to those responsibilities. The same is true with females. You know what I'm saying? You either have in the game, you either have a real stomp down, you know what I'm saying, or you have a fag. You know what I'm saying? So if we take those titles away and just make it real simple, a stomp down is just a lady who lives up to her responsibilities to her man and her family. A fag or a renegade is a female who falls short of those standards of being a lady. You know what I'm saying? Now, when we define the term game, you see, like just take away the pretty little title of game and replace it with life. The game is actually life. A pimp and a stomp down are actually just a real man and a real woman. A simp, renegade, and a fag are just a male and a female who don't live up to those standards. So a lot of times, like for me personally, I know now, like looking back, that I confused myself when it came to the game, because I was like, oh, I gotta behave like a pimp. And motherfuckers don't have a real definition of what that is. You know what I'm saying? It's really just a man, you know what I'm saying, in that specific industry. When I understood that, then the game broadened for me and I could apply it to everything in life, you know? So you could be, anyway, let me not go there. But yeah, I wanted to get that off my chest because that's where I made a lot of mistakes. I didn't handle situations like a man. You understand what I'm saying? I handled situations like a little boy, and that's what made the females in my life dissatisfied. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be dissatisfied if you're trying to be a woman and you want a man, but the motherfucker's behaving like a boy. You know what I'm saying? That is some simp shit when you translate it all over. And let me tell you, you don't have to ever lose another female in your life. You don't ever have to lose another female in your life if you just be a man. If you do lose her, then that's on her. It's not on you. You know what I'm saying? But if you never want to fuck up, all you have to do, it sounds real simple, but just be a man. And when you become a man, you become exactly what the woman needs by nature and what she wants by nature. And then everything runs smoothly. It's really just that simple. And it's a simple ass fucking lesson, but it took mad years for me to learn that shit. You know what I'm saying? Mad years for me to learn that. You know why? Because OGs around me wasn't teaching the game like how I'm teaching it. You know what I'm saying? There was nobody to teach this shit. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers was on some whack simping shit. You know, or they wasn't passing on the information. Just what it is. Or they got locked up or whatever the fucking case may be. They got on drugs, whatever. But now is that time when motherfuckers gonna have to drop the real ism and teach people what's true. Anyway, I got like a minute left. And I really wish that I would have got in deeper, you know what I'm saying? But I guess the birds and the traffic is motherfucking distracting me. But you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, it's time for my shameless plug of my fucking books. So go to slimsir.com and buy my book. The Rules, that's really for the ladies. But dudes can read it too. And if you're a street dude, yo, cop Glory to the Game. It's my favorite fucking book. And y'all look out for the new book that I'm going to come out with. It's called Life Game. From Pandering to Pondering by yours truly, Slim Sir. Yo, anyway, as usual, I wanted to say thank you for this therapy session, man. And I'll see you again next time. Peace.